Cecil Rhodes couldn't have been robbing nobody, because he said there was nobody there. Israel isn't a racist apartheid state. It's a land of no people, for a people of no land. Britain is still flying the flag of imperialism today. Now, I'll give you a clue. One of those three statements is true. People across the world, from Sierra Leone to Palestine, to Diego Garcia, to Iran, to Iraq, see the results of our imperialism every day. The same imperialism that not only denies millions of people across the globe a right to an education, but also teaches us in our own schools and universities that this is somehow okay, that it is normal, that we are more civilized, more developed, that we are more equal than them. We must reject this ideology of imperialism, and we reject it in every context. We reject it in every context because imperialism is often disguised as humanitarianism. The American-led invasion and occupation of Iraq, which has cost the lives of 1 million innocent people, was named Operation Iraqi Freedom by the American military. Operation Iraqi Freedom, run by the American military, is the only me that notices something amiss there. As my close friend Loki says, 1 million dead people doesn't equal liberation. To take another example, Barack Obama's administration's humanitarian Call of Duty style unmanned drone attacks have murdered more people in northern Pakistan in the last 2 years than George Bush's administration did in 8 years of his presidency. Tariq Ali, who I'm very proud to be sitting alongside this evening, says in his most recent book to expect this president to prosecute members of the previous administrations for crimes that were to be continued was truly utopian. He is an imperial president, and all those who run empires invariably commit crimes. The British government are no better. In fact, if we look at things historically, we provided America with the imperialist, colonialist blueprint for the foreign policy of empire and expansion the United States is now pursuing. But our policies of imperialism abroad can never survive without capitalism at home. This is about inequality. The only way you can even attempt to justify sending British soldiers thousands of miles away to murder people is by teaching us at home that those people are inferior to ourselves. The English Defence League and the British Nationalist Party at home are not right-wing monsters born from nowhere. They are a product of the same imperialist rhetoric the Labour and Conservative parties use. The Labour Party says Muslim countries, Arab countries are our enemy. The EDL says Muslims here are our enemy. Capitalism says that money is of supreme importance. So our government says we need war to remain supreme. You cannot separate one ideology from the other. They are both ideologies of inequality. The alternative is equality, and it is equality that we believe in. But the question is, what is equality? Is this equality? I get the same weird looks you get for being black. I get the same weird looks you get for being brown. I get the same weird looks you get for being Muslim. But I'm not really disabled or in a wheelchair. I'm just using that to strike fear. I'm just using that to strike fear. I'm just trying to manipulate the media. But that can't be right. Because if it was, I'd make it much easier. I'd make my hair blonde, and my eyes blue. I'd go shopping all the time and eat loads of junk food. I wouldn't be reading Pilger, Robert Fisk and Tariq Ali stupid. I'd be reading the Times, the Sun and all the papers that you and all the papers for Rupert, not the Daily Mail. I wouldn't be listening to hip-hop music. I could never see the speeches of Guevara, Malcolm and Lumumba. My only heroes would be Gandhi, Mandela and Martin Luther. If I say I am not the victim, then I am playing the victim. If I say equality for all, then I am placing myself on a pedestal. You can keep peddling your lies if it makes your lives easier, or propping up politicians with your excuse of a media. Despite the bias, I'm still taught to BBC News. They rep the government, so we need to voice our views. For every town, village and city that's been destroyed by our bombs. If you had to see their faces, this could never go on. If you saw the white phosphorus and the skin as it's peeling, your COD gaming wouldn't be so appealing. If you saw the napalm dropping on Vietnamese, or the terror of Iraqi children bent down on their knees, or the proud Afghani man with his fist in the sky saying, "You can take my blood, but you can't take my life." Or the Kashmiri teenagers throwing rocks at borders, or the Northern Irish they refer to as social disorder. Which institution has really become lawless? When the Irish children died, the BBC would never report it. All I do is give the facts, and all they do is distort it. Yeah. Today, people across the world are rising up against imperialism. They are taking up the same call the Zapatistas took in southern Mexico. In Chiapas, the indigenous Mexican population told their government, "Ya basta, enough is enough." Yeah. Today, people are saying the same thing to our government and to the American government. The people of Afghanistan are saying it. The people of Palestine are saying it. The people of Kashmir are saying it. The people of Iraq are saying it. People across the world are saying it because they have had enough. These countries don't want our political systems. These people don't need our economic structures. Exactly. They want independence, yeah. Real independence. They want an end to foreign intervention, and they want freedom. The only question for us is, how can we support their struggle? How can we fight against empire from within the belly of the beast? Yeah. Fidel Castro once said, "Those who fear free thought don't educate their people." So we must educate ourselves. Let us organize one huge public meeting like this one every month. Let's make those criminals in the Houses of Parliament tremble with fear. And these meetings must evolve into something far greater. They must evolve into targeted, direct actions. They must evolve into a swirl of mass demonstrations in London and across the country. In 2011, we must bring this government down. Yeah.